players for them to accept that they are ready to work with you. And then two, once it is done, you inform your management to also pursue it. There were so many players in the Premier League that I wanted to go for. Kwabena Usu. I don't want to, because it's a press, I don't want to mention names. The list is there, and the IMC, they have it. The list is there. We chase all these players, even on the day of the close of registration. A whole lot of them. Some, in fact, all the players were ready to come. Those Premier League players are identified. They were all ready to come. Some, the clubs thought that they were also the bedrock to their performance. So if they should release them, it was going to affect them. So they were not going to release. Some even were at the verge of, they proposed money that we're ready to pay. And then they came back trying to tell us a different story. I don't know whether they were testing us to see whether we will not be able to pay. But we're ready to pay. So when these things were not feasible, then we have to look for alternatives. So, for instance, within the Premier League ones were the Premier League players we had. Now we have to go to the next tier, which is Division 1. Look for those that we think can help us. But then we have to be patient with them in terms of where they are coming to. And then from there, we have to go to the next level. Now, let me tell you something, then I'll still go back. You have Peter, Amidou, Bernard, those young guys are not supposed to be part, and the players know, you can ask Lamtele, they are not supposed to be part of the first team. They are supposed to be part of the youth team that we are going to build. But we secure them because they were available, so that they will just be there, and then with time they will come in. But because we have not actually kickstart the youth team, that's why they are training with them. Now, they are training and we are seeing that they are showing glimpses of being capable of playing in terms of what we see at training. So we give them the opportunity. But physically they are there, technically they are there, tactically they are there. The key component, which is the psychology of the game. That's what is affecting those young boys. That is it. And as a coach, if you put yourself in my shoes and you go to training and somebody is doing better, one of the qualities of a good coach is that you have to be fair and firm in your decisions. So put yourself in my situation. These young guys come to training and they are doing better than the ones you are agitating for. The ones you are agitating for, they are doing better than them. You put yourself in my shoes. If you want to go by that attribute of a coach, whom would you let play? Is it not the younger one who is doing well? And that is exactly what we are doing. I like what Iman said, that he wishes noble people like you will find time sometimes to come to training grounds and see what happens there. So that some of the things you pour out there, do not pour it. Come and see these young guys as if they are in the jungle and lions are chasing them. They are chasing every ball at training. They are doing everything that you ask them to do at training. So if I want the players to respect me with respect to decisions, what should be the decision that I have to take if you were to be in my shoes? So you see the narrative. If you don't know, don't talk about it.
Isn't that the seniors are a bit relaxed at training?
Yeah, I will say that, and I've given it to them. I told them that from where they are pushing me to, a time will come, I have to tell the media what is happening. Ask him. We had a meeting. I told them that, gentlemen, one of the attributes of a coach is to defend players in public and then ridicule them in private. When you meet them one-on-one, you don't give your players out to the public to slash them. No, then you are not a coach. The coach, you have to take all the insults, the insinuations, everything. Then when you meet them, you tell them what you actually, what should be the thing. And that's what I've been telling them. And even just, was it Monday or so, today, I told them this very thing I'm telling you, that, gentlemen, it's like you are pushing me to the wall too much. If you don't sit up as so-called mature, old, senior and experienced players, these are the 4 adjectives they brought. So-called mature, old, senior and experienced players and you don't live up to it, then you don't deserve a place in the first team. And I told them again that performance is not permanent, it is transient. Transient means performance is temporary. So if last season you were the super player in the team, the dynamics are different. This season is a different season. You must work for it. Other than that, I told them that if you train 3 years ago and you get your fitness, you don't have to continue training again. Is that not it? Because it will be there. So some of them, because of the way some of you noble journalists behave, support them. So they think they can rest on their horse, what they did last season or last 2 seasons, to still have a place in the team. You see, you are even pushing me to say so many things. That is the thing. No, I don't have to sell my players out. But you are saying so many things out there, which indeed, my good friend, I like him, he's always at the post match. I can see the way you are looking at my face. You are surprised. Is that not it?
Not really, I'm just...
You are enjoying
that is the thing.
You are enjoying the revelation.
That is the truth. So if you claim to be a mature, old, senior and experienced player, show it at training. Show it. That's why I like athletics. If you want to select somebody for a competition, you line them up. On your mark, set, pay. Whoever is first, he goes to compete. That's all. But for team sport, sometimes somebody may be weak somewhere, somebody may be fit somewhere. So efforts are what? Complemented. I like that adjective. Efforts are complemented. So my brother, my noble journalist, these are some of the things, and I'm sure as the interaction unfolds, you get to know, so that you go and sit on your station and you don't say that coach brought in some new players, some players, and he wants them to play. You have not asked, but I want to even answer it myself.
Yeah,
coach brought some players, and that he wants those players to play. Do you know what happens at training? You don't know. But have you forgotten that it is the very coach whom was given the opportunity to ask some players to go and to let some players stay? So I made some players to stay because per me staying at home for that 1 year and watching the team, I saw that those who I asked to stay could help in the course, what I want to do. And then, as I said earlier, wanting to bring in those Premier League players. So for instance, even those who have played, you'll be surprised that I penciled so many of them down. I have a tactical sheet. Every match you play, if this player is very good, I pencil him down. So I'm fixing my tactical sheet in the house. So those Premier League players were brought in. First division players were brought in. Division 2 players were brought in. It's all about the coach thinking that those players can help. So if you are an old player and you never worked with the coach, or you have even worked with the coach, let me even say you never worked with the coach, and you know who the coach is and what the coach represents, and the coach comes and you think that you can be a politician within the club. I tell them, most of you are politicians. I know, but I don't want to mind you. Players stay in Kotoko after 1-2 years, they turn into politicians. They use the media to fight for positions to play. But me as a coach, you never get me, because I'm so strong-minded that it's not what people say that I follow. If what you are saying is indeed the right thing, then moral values will force me to implement it. But if what you are saying is the wrong thing, then that it will not force me. The fact that something is wrong and all of us here in the room are saying it is right, and when I come and meet it and I know that it is wrong because all of you are saying it is right, I should join you. No. Common sense will not permit me to do that. I hope you understand what I'm saying. I think today my voice has changed.
Yeah.
And we love that.
You see, so please, you rather should look at things critically and then talk to those issues as they are. Do not discuss issues based on emotions, but discuss issues based on practical facts. I know issues of blame and what have you will come up, and we will unveil all these things, so that you don't go out there and then go and say anything that you have to say. That is the thing.
Let me down, please.
So